Hey guys, welcome back to the restaurant show. We are joined now by Madeline and Chef AJ, who we've asked back from Vintage Brewing. So welcome, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So glad to have you. So you guys always have something interesting to talk about. So you're going to do Wagyu beef slider with brie roasted pear.
Yep.
And I had to get a tutorial before we started. So
that's actually one of three tapas items we'll be serving at the end of the month at the brewery for our tapas and tasting night.
Love it.
In addition to the Wagyu beef slider that we topped with pear, roasted pear compote, brie, and pickled prosciutto onion mix with some frisee.
Sounds fancy. Sounds delicious.
It actually coincides pretty nicely with the rest of our homegrown burger line at the brewery. We try to take a little extra special care when we're just doing mundane food, so to speak. We put some effort and some time into our burgers to make sure they're appropriate pairings.
I know you do. You have some outstanding burgers that not only taste good, but they're pretty. You guys make burgers pretty. How do you do that? So this is awesome. So a Wagyu beef slider with brie roasted pear. So there's 3 different items that go on this tapas and tasters event plate.
Correct. And I'm starting here with the shrimp ceviche taquito.
That's a tongue twister.
It is. It is. But we're topping that with, along with that, we're doing a black bean puree, some baby cilantro, a little avocado crema, and a little puffed rice. So that way you're getting all the elements of a nice taquito: your beans, rice, your fillings, your toppings, everything on one plate or in one little bite.
Artist, Chef AJ, you have to do all the little detail work for us. It's beautiful.
It's not complete until everything's done.
Gorgeous.
So, actually, let's clean that up a touch.
So pretty.
Beautiful.
Can you spin that this way a little
Absolutely.
bit so our camera can catch it? So pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at the little limes are even sliced all delicately. It looks so beautiful. Whoops, I'm losing things here. Okay, so that's one of the 3 items that you're doing. Okay.
And here's our Wagyu beef slider.
Okay, this is the moment we've been waiting for. What is Wagyu? Here it is.
Wagyu is the American equivalent of the Japanese Kobe beef.
Okay.
So it's nothing too crazy. The cows just give extra special care to increase the marbling, the fat content in the meat, and the overall flavor. And by not working the animal, the meat itself is much more tender. And because we're working with such a nice product, we want to treat it nicely as well. So that's why we're doing this little bit of prosciutto salad with the frisee, the brie, the pear compote, everything on top.
So in layman's terms, this is the best burger you've ever eaten, in case you were wondering what that means.
And then we can't do any burger at the Vintage without a proper stab on top.
Boom, there it is.
So we have a little gherkin stab.
Love that.
And then lastly, we're doing our white chocolate peanut butter cookie stuffed with raspberry ice cream and a little white chocolate sauce.
Okay, so now you're listening in case you haven't been paying attention. All right, so white chocolate peanut butter cookie, is that what you said?
Correct.
Yum, okay.
And
all of those ingredients sound amazing.
If you're kind of noticing the theme on the plate, we're doing, for our next tapas and tasting night, we're doing a prequel to our beer dinner in January. And the theme is going to be all of a food truck fare. You know, fancy food truck fare is what we're aiming at.
How cute is that? Look at those. Is that cookies that you get? The cookies just alone look outstanding. That looks so delicious.
But
and then what's the topping? That's white chocolate?
A little white chocolate underneath, a little white chocolate on top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And a couple of fresh raspberries to play with the ice cream on the side.
This looks like something you want to eat like at a wedding. It's beautiful. That's just gorgeous. Look at that. Cool. I love that. So now, Tapas and Tasters is on October 30th.
Correct.
And this, you're doing some beer with it too.
Yep.
So let's talk beer for just a minute. So some of the beers are going to be included in the Tasters. Which ones?
Well, for now, we're thinking our Oktoberfest and our pumpkin.
Okay.
Which I can pour here.
Yeah, I was very excited. Right before we started, I saw the name pumpkin on this label, and I love anything pumpkin. So they do a pumpkin disorderly?
Yeah.
Which I bet is outstanding.
Our pumpkin is awesome. It's a traditional Abbey ale to start, and then it's a pumpkin after. So it's an awesome beer. It's like 7.2%, made with real pumpkin and some caramel malts. It's super tasty.
Yeah. Some tasty ingredients in there. I love how you have your cute little glasses.
The little
too.
snifter.
They're adorable. You always get your right beer in the right glass. Let's do it right.
Extensive glassware at the Vintage.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yes. You certainly do. Beautiful. Look at that presentation. So this is an example of what you get at Tapas and Tasters.
Yep, you'll get one more beer with it. It's kind of a nice way to see how the chef and the brewmaster work together to
Yeah.
pair food and beer.
To pair food and beer, and it's fun when you guys come on and talk about food and beer pairings, because you so often you hear about wine pairings. So what a fun thing to do beer pairings, because truly, there's such a wide variety of beer that you guys do. So to be able to know what goes with what, that's why we come there.
Yep.
It's good stuff. And I wanted to ask you, Madeline, about some of the other places that you can get beer too, because you do vintage beer elsewhere.
Sure do. We're actually in over 55 different locations in the southwest Wisconsin area. Milwaukee, we were downtown with Old Fashioned, even in the Dells. It's pretty cool. We don't bottle anything yet, but you can always get growlers. We do kegs you can bring to anywhere. So yeah, tons of options to take our beer elsewhere.
Good. What about the pumpkin? Where can I get the pumpkin? That's what I want to know. Awesome. Well, you guys do everything right, and then I just want to let you mention too, because Tapas and Tasters, you guys are always doing events.
Yep.
So let's talk about Inferno Night, which is also coming up, right?
Yes, that's going to be Tuesday the 15th, and it was kind of an idea sponsored by one of our sales reps and a fellow cook in the kitchen. Both kind of pepperheads, grow their own ghost chilies, and they thought they'd put together an evening that everyone come and share and partake.
Yeah.
So it's basically more of a potluck style event.
Cool.
Taking place in our banquet room at the brewery, and come on down, bring a spicy food, try some of the food that we're putting together, and grab a couple vintage pints while you're there, and just it's an event for not for organization, but for having fun and just
come and
tasting food.
do your thing and
Next
have some
Tuesday.
food. Next Tuesday. Okay, so that's Tuesday the 21st.
Yep.
Spicy food event. You got to say that in case you didn't get it from Inferno Night. And then October 30th, Tapas and Tasters at the Vintage. And these guys do events the right way. Look at this plate. Who doesn't want to go to that? So go see these guys. Here's Madeline, AJ, Chef AJ. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Restaurant Show.